Hey everybody, it is Dak here from the Ad Boys, and welcome to 1 hour of Whisperer kills. The goal of this video is to give you more full example kills than I will have in my Whisperer guide, and I will be using some budget magic gear. If you're looking for a full guide that actually breaks down the kill and whatnot, shows you different gear options and all of that, it will be linked in the description. And also, I will be uploading a full hour of Whisperer where I use the max mage gear instead of budget gear, and that will be linked in the description. Enjoy the video, everybody. Alright, I'm here at the bank in the Camdazal dungeon. As you can see, it's like underneath Ice Mountain. Here's the entrance to it. You got Edgeville right over here. We do have Falador just south, so pretty easy to get to, especially if you have, on the Ancient Spellbook, the Lasar dungeon, or just Lasar teleport, I guess, Lasar, whatever. Let's go ahead and start running over to where the Whisperer is while we check out the gear setup I'm rocking at the moment. I do have a Mystic Hat. I got the Imbued Ceradoman God Cape. If you're doing Desert Treasure 2, you probably can get Mage Arena 2 done, and I highly suggest it. The Imbued Cape is solid. The Occult Necklace is like the best upgrade you can get for price-wise for Magic. It's like a plus 10% mage damage boost, and it's very cheap. Rada's Blessing 4 for some prayer bonus. Any blessing will do. Try into the Swamp. We got the Olympus' Ward. This is the most expensive item on me, but it's a nice boost in Mage in the shield slot. Mystic Robe top and bottom. I've got some Barrow's Gloves, some Mystic Boots, and a Seer's Ring. All of this combined, I think if you include the Blowpipe, we might be just over 10 mil total, even though Blowpipe's actually pretty cheap right now, I think. A lot of bots, said Zulra, a lot of bots. And then in the Spellbook, I do have my Ice Barrage. Could potentially use Ice Blitz, which requires at least 82 mage, I guess. You could be as low as Ice Rush probably would work. You don't even actually need the ice spells. So halfway through this hour, I think I'm going to switch over to Thralls to try to mess around with that. Or at least get a few kills with Thralls and see what's up. I'm going to sip this Forgotten Brew. Hold on. The hour's going to start when I actually get some Mage XP, so I think we're good to go. Yeah, sip this Forgotten Brew. I'm just going to tap on him, and I'm going to use Mystic Might. We do have Augury. Augury's fairly cheap to unlock, but honestly, it uses a lot of prayer points for not a massive upgrade overall, so it's not even a bad idea to use a little bit lower levels of offensive prayers, just to save a little bit of prayer points. I got that magic XP up on the canvas, and we are cruising. The beginning of the fight is actually like really straightforward. We just need to see like one attack out of him, and we know that all 3 attacks are gonna be mage once we see the first one. And then just after every burst, that's like the main thing I get used to, is after every burst you are taking a step. He's using the Screech attack. I'm just gonna go in the Shadow Realm. We'll hang out here, go find a 1 health pillar. I can squeeze attacks in between these pillars, as you can see here. Could be a little dangerous if you mess it up, so it's pretty safe to just run over, make sure that you're not getting KO'd. We're gonna get teleported back to the overworld eventually. There it is. And we can start attacking again. I'm gonna take a step back while this bind happens, and then use my freeze. Get that Mystic Might on, and get ready for his attacks. Now that we're in phase 2, that 3rd attack it's gonna be different than the first 2, so just gotta, as the first 2 hit, switch prayer, then walk. You're just waiting for the first hit. We see that it's magic. Switch prayer and walk. And we got a little bit of a rhythm going, but I think we got Soul Siphon special attack coming in hot next. He's going to teleport to the middle of the room soon. Do me right. More damage, please. So we actually tellies. We'll get there. We'll get there. It's around 500 health that it happens. We're already at 476. GG's. We'll switch to the Blowpipe. I don't have space. I ate a food, switch to the Blowpipe, and tap to the Blackstone Fragment. We only really need to KO the 2 Vita Ghosts to make sure that I don't take damage from the attack, so I just popped those 2. Now I'm going to run away a little bit, get ready for a freeze hit. Really could have been attacking with the Trident during all this just now. There could have been a little more damage there, but didn't happen. Too late. Now we're not alternating yet with those overheads, because we have 1 more special attack coming in hot. Go ahead and sip this Restore. And it's going to be at like 250 health or so that the next special attack will happen, so we get a few attacks before then. Pretty slow kill at the moment. With this gear setup, honestly, we're looking at like 4.5 to 5 minutes per kill. This one's probably, for the very first kill, going to reach a little bit over 5 at this rate. Final special attack should be coming in hot. We get the Leeches for the last special attack, the only one he hasn't used. So I'm just going to spam this Blackstone Fragment until I teleport in. And we could just peek and go back to the overworld, but for the first few, I'm going to show that as long as you just only click the green ones, the light green ones, even though you lose some sanity by staying in the Shadow Realm the whole time, you get that extra 15% back if you don't step on any of the bad ones. And like we're still at 91 sanity there. And that wasn't even like, that wasn't tick perfect by any means. You can go through it a little bit quicker. And then I'm gaining sanity back while in the overworld here. So we're still going to be sitting at 100 sanity when we get to that enraged phase. So now we all, oh, excuse me, English. We are alternating. Y'all, I had a y'all in there when I didn't mean to. I mean, y'all are alternating when you get to the final phase, I guess. It's just the same rhythm. You're making sure to walk after she's done attacking, but now you just got to keep switching back and forth on your prayers. It's not too intense, but she is a little bit faster, like with her attacks. You don't have as much time in between the bursts. So you don't have as much time to like turn your overhead back off or to eat and whatnot. It's generally how it goes. The later you get into the fight, the more intense it is getting. Where it really gets fun, especially if you got low DPS, is the enraged phase. And I mean, we got low DPS. This is probably going to be the slowest kill of the hour. Let's see. I'm going to do a few things. I'm going to keep trying to speed up the kills during the hour, too. Each one, I'm going to spend a little less time in the Shadow Realm and whatnot. So here, I just make sure to keep running. And since we got the Trident, I haven't used the Trident too much. I'm really not using the Trident at all, because I keep clicking the ground too soon. Pretty much every time she switches her attack style, I can attack. Not even pretty much. Like, that's the exact pace. Every 4 ticks, she's switching her attack style, and every 4 ticks, I'm able to attack. So it's kind of easy to time. And the less you run, the easier it is normally. Like, the less space that you take up while running, the shorter distances you run. You may have seen, like, a little bit of a diamond formation people use. I will be talking about that, excuse me, a little bit in my guide, but I don't really use it much because I just, like, mess it up. I don't know, I mess it up more instead of just running randomly. So really, I'm mostly running. Secondly, I'm looking at her attacks, and my prayer just went out. And we're in here for an hour, though. Almost done. Hold on. Sheesh. It started to get too intense to even talk about what I was trying to do. 7-minute kill, 5:01. It was just barely over 5. I'm over here saying it's going to be like the worst. Yeah, 4.5 to 5 minutes is pretty normal for the gear setup that we have at the moment. We'll get back to that enraged phase to talk about it more, because there's kind of a lot to say about it. Again, I'll have the guide linked in the description, but let's get into another kill. The best thing that you can do for kills per hour is to not waste your time looking at the boss while it's sitting there and like you want to respawn it. Just click on it right away. Force yourself to get back into the fight and grind. I'm going to sip this Forgotten Brew again. And we're back to a little bit of a simple fight. Definitely a lot more intense at the end of the fight than the beginning. All 3 of the attacks and the bursts are going to be the same. Gives you a lot of time to even turn off the overhead and save some prayer. And then after these vines that you're stepping away from, like there's a lot of time right now before she starts using her next attack. Whereas the end of the fight, or the enraged phase, or right before the enraged phase, I should say, she used her 3 bursts pretty quickly. All right, right around sub 700 health is when we're looking to see the first spec, which will be any hit now. There's a teleport down here. We got Screech attack. So we'll teleport in. I'm going to try to... We've got a 1, a 2, and a 3. So I'm going to teleport back out of the Shadow Realm. We know 1, 2, and 3. I should be already walking, though. I'm going to get hit by that because I was pointing them out still. Here is some proof that you can take the 45 and still make it through the fight, no problem. One of the big reasons that's okay is because we already got out of the Shadow Realm. So I'm not actually taking any more sanity. Like, I'm just gaining sanity at the moment. Make sure to step back. You don't really have to step back while you're using the freeze on her if you have freezes. But it's kind of a good habit. I'll show you with Thralls that you need to step back if you're using Thralls. And then if you mess anything up when she uses that bind, if you step far enough back, you're not going to take damage anyway. So we're in phase 2. Oops, kind of double-click that prayer there. She's only switching prayers after the second hit. We're still pretty straightforward. Our last spec was that Screech, so it's always going to be the Soul Siphon next. It's the same order of specs we had in the last fight. Soul Siphon being the one that we're going to be switching over to a Blowpipe. This time I already have NV space. Last time we had to eat that food going into it. Not very smart. Not the call, not the call. Feels a little quicker so far in this fight, but I'm not going to lie. I thought that last kill was like really bad and ended up to be at 5:01, which I think most of these kills are going to be 4.5 to 5 minutes. We'll get a few under 4.5 minutes, and we'll approach that more often with Thralls, too. Thralls are going to add a little bit of damage. Under 500 health, we're getting a spec right here, aren't we? Boop. So I'm going to switch to the Blowpipe, spam the Blackstone Fragment. I'm just looking for the Yellow Ghost. There's one right there. There's one right there. And we'll just teleport back as soon as possible. Try to keep gaining sanity rather than losing it. I'm gonna get that one attack in there. I hit a 0. Let's get another one in. You do reduce damage while she's in, like the Shadow Realm, but you at least get some damage in, so it's nice to get a few attacks. Oops, I want to use a freeze here. Be careful. And we haven't used, or she hasn't used all of her specs, so she's not alternating her overheads quite yet. I'm gonna be honest, as I grind a lot of Whisper, like I did a few streams where we would do like 8, maybe 10 hours in a row of just all Whisperer grind. I really would lose track during the fight of like how many specs she used, what phase we're in and whatnot, and a lot of it was just kind of reacting to like the first 2 attacks of the burst right after her bind attack and be like, oh, we must be in like whatever phase. Like if I just didn't know what was going on here, I saw like, oh, she just used range, mage right there, then I know the rest of those bursts are going to be the same kind of way, either range, mage, or mage, range. All right, we're going to teleport in. We see this one. Actually, this one's dope. Check this out. You step in the corner here. There's not very many clicks you need for this pattern. Look at this. Look at this. Beautiful. And then if you kind of remember that one, like you can end up doing that without having to go in the Shadow Realm at all. We'll slowly spend less and less time in the Shadow Realm and those leeches. I'll do my best. When it comes to actually, like, while you're learning the boss, like, for me, that leech attack, like, I slowly got faster and faster at it, memorizing the pattern a little bit, but that was definitely over the course of, like, a couple streams of killing the boss, not necessarily just over the course of 1 full hour, but, during just this hour of video, we'll do those a little quicker and quicker to kind of show that you can save a lot of time during that. Not really save that much time, like, you can only do them as tick perfect as you can do them. Oops, I switched over to that protect mage too early. Now it only does damage, not any sanity. Having full sanity going into this is pretty important. I'm gonna eat this food and just keep running for a sec. And then yeah, this is a little easier to time with the trident because you get to attack as fast as she's switching her attack styles. So when you switch your prayers, when you get to attack pretty much. But when using the trident instead of the shadow, like, DPS is pretty important in this phase. In other words, you want to be fast. You have plenty of time to get through it as long as you didn't mess up your sanity too much in the regular fight. GG's. If you go into that with only like 30% sanity, then you have no shot. There's no way I just got more steam runes. And that was a 507 kill. That wasn't too quick, but it's fine. We're in minimum gear. We should be expecting like 5-minute kills. I tell you what, though, just start the fight right away. This is the best way to get more kills an hour. Just click on it right away. Put yourself in the fight. Just do it. Just do it. Okay, I haven't done that many kills with low tier gear, so I did like 8 to 10 kills before I started recording, just in this setup, just to kind of practice it a little bit. And I got steam runes for most of those drops. You do get a decent amount of steam runes during this, and they're not that expensive. Overall, the regular drops here aren't too bad. They add up pretty well. I did as you can see, I'm at 1048 KC. It took me till 1038 to get my Bellator Vestige. And during that time, I got like a lot of regular loot, though. That still added up really well, to be fair. But steam runes, not great. For the most part, when you first, like, see how the regular attacks work... Oh, she's not starting with the Screech, she's starting with leeches. Let's pay attention to leeches. So right now, I peek that this one isn't green, so I can actually... We just know that we can zigzag here. I'm going to show you how. We know that this one's not lit up either, because that one wasn't. We know that this one isn't. And we just keep doing this little zigzag, and we're good to go. That's another one that I hopefully went very in-depth on my guide for, to show you a little bit more slowed down version. I only get so much time in the example kill to do that until I take damage, so I just kind of get to hover over it and say, just watch me. What was I saying before we got into the special attack? Overall, these auto attacks that you're switching your overheads to protect from, they end up becoming a little bit like second nature. You don't have to spend too much time on them. They're a little bit more daunting when you first see. You're like, all right, in the first phase, she uses the same 3 attacks. In the second phase, she'll switch on the third. In the third phase, she'll also switch on the third. In the fourth phase, she'll alternate. Like, what the fuck? And then the enraged phase, it works completely different. You're like, dude, what the... It seems like a lot, but honestly, it's really not that bad. Like, I really don't... Like I was saying before, I sped through that one. I know I just sped through that one. I will do that less during this example video. But, I was trying to finish a point, and now that I sped through that one, I wasn't able to finish the point. Now, you end up focusing a lot more on, like, the special attacks and whatnot, and switching your overheads. Like, it's still the majority of the fight, timing-wise, but you don't have to put that much effort into really locking in. Like, if I had no idea what phase we were in now, I just know that it's protecting from range, but as soon as I saw the second range hit, then I'm aware that, well, I'm not alternating. We're not in that final phase yet. That being said, I have messed up these overheads a lot of times, too. And you can afford to tank some. We'll tank that range hit there. 32. That's pretty thick. That's a good one. I wish I didn't do that, but you can still make it through if you tank a few hits. It's not like you have to have a perfect kill to be able to get through this boss fight. A perfect kill does give you bonus loot, to be fair. We got the Soul Siphon, so I clicked on my Blowpipe, then the Blackstone Fragment. Oh, and I should be using my Blowpipe spec in here to get a little health back, huh? I never really have done that, so I'm not in a habit of that. Once I hit the 2 Vitas, I just teleported out of there so I can keep my sanity high, get a couple of hits while staying back. I mean, you don't really need to stay back while you have the Ice Barrage. I can just queue this attack up. I really shouldn't have done the Trident hit right before. It was a little dangerous. She should be alternating. Yeah, we're final phase. So we got Enraged phase coming in hot. I wasn't prepared to talk about Enraged phase last time as I went into it. I said for the most part what I'm focused on, to be fair. If you just do little L movements away from the vines, if you get used to that, then Enraged phase can be a little easier, like one of those I just did there. Try it again. Some of that action, then you don't actually have to pay much attention to the vines. I really do find that I do mess that up more. Like, I end up focusing too much on that rotation. And I find it easier to just kind of, like, just run constantly and watch her attacks. And ironically, like, the thing I focus on least is actually attacking her. You gotta attack her, to be fair. You gotta be squeezing in attacks or you'll be in the phase forever. I'm just running, as I see that I have to switch prayers, get an attack in. Right now, I'm kind of off pace with that. I'm attacking right before switching prayers. But they're the same pace. You switch prayers when you attack if you're using a 4-tick weapon like a Trident. With the Shadow, that becomes a little bit more of a pain, but honestly, the Shadow makes up for it, though, so... And this part is rough. Oh my god, I'm fucking it up right now. I have died on this part plenty of times, too. I might die at least once in this vid if I don't shut up and focus. GG's, dude. I feel like my sanity was getting low. I wasn't really watching it. For Dragon Javelin Heads. 451, though. We got the sub 5 minute. Not too bad. And I took a little bit too much damage, so... We're going to try to keep the perfect kill going this time. Take a little bit less damage. And then also we heal up a little bit, not only with the Blowpipe spec. Get the fight started, son. Hustle up. Not only with the Blowpipe spec, but also the Soul Siphon attack when we KO those 2 Vita Ghosts. Get an extra 19 health out of it. 19 health doesn't seem like much, but if you do take 0 damage in the fight, then... I mean, gaining health over the fight, that's solid. You don't have to worry about food. It's really just all there is to it. Ooh, haven't sipped a Forgotten Brew in a little bit. You can say I forgot about the Forgotten Brew. Oh my god. I take all of this back. We have to cancel the recording now. GG's, I think that was only the 3rd kill. Kills per hour on this boss are generally pretty slow. Even in max gear, I don't do a ton of kills an hour necessarily. But of course, bare minimum gear is going to make for much slower kills on any boss. And all of the Desert Treasure 2 bosses, these are pretty high level bosses. I mean, in general, this is level 791. That is high level. But it has 900 health. And it heals 140 health for that final phase, so that's a lot of damage to do. Alright, we're gonna check this out. We can peek at this one. We see that these aren't highlighted, so I can't necessarily do the same pattern that I did before, like 2 kills ago when I only clicked a couple of times. Once you kind of see the pattern, you could teleport out and just do the last few. We know that we have a little, like, bracket shape up here. And we're good to go. Gain the sanity back. Oh, God. Even if you just, like, not even necessarily tick perfect, but go as fast as you can with virtually no mistakes, like get through that maze, staying in the Shadow Realm the entire time, getting that 15% sanity back at the end of it, you pretty much lose no sanity. And then again, you gain sanity while you're doing this part, like while you're just in the overworld. Already 300 charges done on the Trident of the Swamp. You drain charges at this boss. It's crazy. Yeah, but you gain sanity back in the overworld, so if you lose just a little bit of sanity during a special attack, like, you should still be at 100% by the time you have to go back to the Shadow Realm next. We are on the Screech. So I did this like way too quick last time. Hold on. We got a 1, a 2, and then 3 is over there. So immediately I'm going to go back and run behind the 1. We know that this is 2 and this is 3. I'm going to attack as she uses the Screech and then run back here. I'm going to attack and then run over here. Lots of zeros there. So it kind of wastes some charges. You could spend a little bit less money not trying to get those extra attacks in. They're usually not all zeros, to be fair. That was a lot of zeros. I'm a big fan of just faster kills. I want a higher KC, so I really don't mind spending a little more money per kill. Especially if you're trying to get that Bellator Vestige. It's a very expensive drop. Like, that's it's worth racing to that drop. It's worth hustling, okay? It really is. Alright, we only have 1 special attack left, and it is the Ghost. I don't really have to bother using the Blowpipe Specs, because I'll get 19 health back from it, ironically. Wow, we're actually kind of cranking right now, too. Switch them up. Let's turn that prayer off. Where are they? Oh, they're right next to each other. Poke. Poke. I'm going to get an attack in here and start running away. Do another one. I'm going to wait a sec for him to, like, change colors so that I get the max damage out of this that I can. Kind of went to long range there because I was standing further back. That'll matter more when I switch over to Thralls. I might do it just on the first bank trip. I mostly want to show examples of freezing it and stopping the melee hit, but I like using Thralls better. And I want to show examples of both things, so I might switch to Thralls quickly. It'll be like 4 or 5 kills worth of ice spells, to be fair. But I'm not going to have enough prayer potions to get 30 minutes out of this trip at this rate, so I think if I switch on the first bank trip, I'll be doing more than half the video on Thralls. That's fine, that's fine. Alright, we're getting ready for Enraged phase. My prayer's pretty low, so I sipped once. I'm going to sip again. Switch to Protect from range and just start moving around. Just a couple squares at a time, though, really makes a difference. Like, running across the room's not quite as good. Oops. Almost messed up those prayers. Stop talking. Just do it. Yeah, don't talk to your chat or the video or just talking to myself, really, is what I'm doing right now. That really... It doesn't make this part of the fight easier. Focusing really does help, to be fair. The more you do it, the less you have to focus, but you're still gonna die if you don't focus enough. Whoops. Good to go? That felt like a good kill. 59 sapphires coming in hot. 440 on the kill time's not too bad, though. 440 is not too bad. Let's click it immediately. Again, the best way to get more kills per hour. Just get yourself back in the fight right away. I spend so much time between kills sometimes. Again, like, talking to chat or something if I'm streaming, but, even, like, I don't know, just overthinking it. Just, like, click it. Click on the boss. If you click on the boss when it respawns, it's just going to force you to keep fighting it. Get more practice in. That's kill number 4 so far. A little over a third of the way through. So we're going to get like 10 or 11 kills. I was hoping for at least 10 KC on the hour. That's not too bad. Nice. The 36 just showed me that I'm not potted up as much as I could be. Forgot about the Forgotten Brew again. Opening with the Screech attack. So we're going to go into the Shadow Realm. Turn those prayers off. 1, 2, 3. Actually, we can just do these 2. 1, 2, then 3. I'm going to attack between each of them, though. Lots of zeros. There we go. I was going to say, I'm like, I don't think, you're not guaranteed a 0. It's just reduced damage while she's in the Shadow Realm. Let's get one more hit, and then ice. Very nice. So we know we have the Soul Siphon attack next. Haven't taken any damage in a bit, though. Doesn't matter too much to get any health from it. Really, the whole goal here is just to speed through it. See, once you get it down, there ends up, like, you're not taking damage from anything. The fight's still, it's the same pace the whole time, but not like the whole fight, but the more kills you get, the fight's still the same pace for you, but it ends up being one of the easiest bosses of the 4 Desert Treasure 2 bosses to, like, make sure you get a perfect kill. Also, still easy to mess it up, to be fair. There's enough time with the blowpipe that I probably could try to work on KOing just, like, all 4 of the Moors ghosts instead of the Vita ghosts if I have full health. Those Moors ghosts, I would make sure I did 50 damage Instead, I'm gonna think about that next kill. I'm gonna try to remember it. That speeds up the kill a little bit. A 50 would be pretty thick during that phase. So next special attack is gonna be the leeches coming in hot. I'm gonna spend the full phase in the Shadow Realm this time. Try to go as quick as possible, see how little sanity we lose. Almost there, right around like 250 health, like 275 we'll get there. Yep, we're definitely sending it now. So you can attack, like, in between stepping on these, but I've really found that attacking during this phase... Oops, misclicked. I found that I got slower kills when I attacked during this phase compared to just going through it as fast as possible. The other two specs, the Soul Siphon and the Screech you can't, like, you can't make that go any faster. Neither of them can you make go any faster. So it's worth getting, like, some extra attacks in once you're done dealing with the special attack. But with the leeches, as soon as you're done stepping on the leeches, she leaves the Shadow Realm. So it's better to just get through that phase as fast as possible so that you're not doing any reduced damage. The other two specs, it's just bonus hits anyway. You're not going to speed up. Oops, I just realized I wasn't using Mystic Might for a little bit. Alright, we got Shadow Realm coming in hot. Enraged phase when? Easty, protect from range. Open with the attack and start running around a little bit. Oops. So right now I'm just attacking right before I switch my prayers. Almost got hit by that though, so now I'm a little off pace. Very nice. GG's. Uncut Diamonds looking good. 424 in the kill time, looking good. All right, what did I say I was going to do differently this time? We're going to go for those Moors ghosts instead of the Vita ones. Let's see how it goes. Click on it right away. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Start the fight ASAP. You want more kills per hour? Don't stand around. Get some gear upgrades too. Aram's over Mystic, maybe. Tormented Bracelet, not too bad. Honestly, Saturated Heart, absolutely broken. Very expensive at the moment, to be fair. It's like 7 times this full setup. Look, if you're in budget gear, you should expect the speed of budget kills. 424 is not that bad. If we get 420 on the dot, would be, you know, hilarious, but 424 not too bad. We're like 2 hits away from a special attack. Just do it. It's never going to start with the Soul Siphon, though. It starts with either Leeches or Screech. I gotta remember, Soul Siphon, I'm gonna aim for those Moors ghosts. I should have plenty of time. Nice, we got the Screech. I'm gonna be quick with this one. 1, 2, 3. This was 1, this was 2, this was 3. So you could spend like 1 tick in the Shadow Realm during this. But if you spend, I mean, I even had one where I spent, well, the one that I took the 45, I didn't spend the whole time in the Shadow Realm. Maybe I should do that on purpose next time. You don't want that to happen to you, but if you are in the Shadow Realm the entire time and you take one of the 45 hits, you're still going to be okay in the fight. If you take 2 of them, GG's. Don't let that sanity meter hit 0, dude. Alright, so next spec is going to be the Soul Siphon. We're going to try to hit those 4 Moors ghosts, get that extra 50 damage. So again, I don't need the health right now, and even if I did, we could Blowpipe spec. There we go. Moors? I don't remember which one's which, though. I had to wait till they said whatever they were saying. We're barely getting that. I think we were good, though, and I'm able to teleport out in time. Sweet. Not that it mattered. It was going to auto-teleport me, but it gives me a little more time to run away. Extra 50 damage. I'm going to do a regular attack first. Now I'm going to freeze. I did look like I went for the freeze first there, but I double-clicked instead of actually using the freeze to make sure that I could get a regular Trident hit in real quick. The Trident hits are better DPS, so You don't want to just stand around doing nothing, then freeze. Try to squeeze in as many as possible. That extra 50 damage is pretty solid. Should have leeches any hit now. Any hit. We'll get there. We'll get there. Dude, chill. I'm going to sip this Forgotten Brew. We're going to go into here and see what's up. Again, we had the same pattern as last time, so I'm leaving this. I'm leaving this. Again, I go... Oh my god, I'm messing up here. I go a little more in depth in the guide when it comes to, like, looking at those patterns and memorizing them, but honestly, like, that's just repetition. Just once you do it enough, you start to get the idea of them. And I did, like, as I start to memorize them, I would, like, leave the Shadow Realm kind of halfway through it. And be like, alright, I got the rest at least. And then I started to try to just peek which was which, like, which pattern I was on. And then only do them outside of the Shadow Realm, and I would mess it up occasionally. That's really, a lot of that, like, it's part of learning any boss. Messing it up, and then recovering. A lot of this boss, there's not that much to recovering, like, heal up. If you get hit, heal up. Preferably, don't get hit. Alright, I'm gonna sip this. We got Enraged Phase coming in hot soon. You do lose prayer points while you're in the... Well, I mean, you're losing prayer points just while praying, but you straight up get drained of prayer points while you're in the Shadow Realm, so it's helpful to be at high prayer points when the Enraged Phase start. We should be good to go, though. Good luck, have fun. Open with that hit and start running around a little bit. Oh, I switched my prayer too early there, and then I get hit by the vines. Alright, we're making this a little sketchier. I'm gonna switch my prayers before attacking that time, so I'm going a little slow now. Chill, there we go. Just remember, every other attack, she's switching. Every 4 ticks, she's switching her attack style, and honestly, game sounds here, very nice. You can hear her attacks, like, really easily. KOing her, not as easy at the moment. There we go. Still had like 20-something% sanity, and I lost 20 from the vines, so you get a good amount of time to get that pure essence, dude. No way. Okay, guy. Shoot, was that 5 kills? Oh, I just realized that I didn't reset my Whisper collection log, too, so I'm gonna have to go get like a screenshot of the loot at the end of the video. Oh, well. I'm gonna have to go look through the footage and, like, put that in a price checker, but I guess that won't take too long. It's just easier to screenshot the loot tracker. Oh my god, dude. Careful. Careful. I don't even remember how many kills that was so far. That's 6 already? I think it might have been. I think we started at 10:46. And we're about half an hour in. Running low on prayer points. Now, it could drop some supplies, but I'm going to bank after this one, switch over to Thralls, see what's up. Check this one out. Nice. We got the... This is the cool one where you just, like, click the corners, and then this middle one right here. Corner. Corner. This middle one right here. And then we just got this one left because we kind of started in the middle over here. Easy, dude. That's, like, my favorite one. I like that pattern a lot. Didn't really need to back up as far as I did. I think we're good to go because we got the freezes. So that last kill was still 452. We didn't necessarily get a much quicker kill when I KO'd those 4 ghosts, the 4 Moors ghosts on the Soul Siphon, but it would have just been even slower if I didn't get that extra 50 damage, so that probably would have been an over 5-minute kill. If you have the Venator bow and you get all 4 groups of all ghosts, you do that 75 damage, is really nice. I will have another hour of video where I'm using a more max gear setup, and I will show how that works too. Oops, didn't actually get the fragment the first time, so we have, honestly, these 2, and then here's 3. Get it behind it quick! Oh my goodness. Easy. I'm gonna sip the Forgotten Brew. And we hustle. Step back a little bit, just in case you mess up. Good to go, though. Solid freeze there, hitting the 32 at least. Kind of got lost in the sauce here for a second. It's enough of a rhythm fight that can kind of mess with you, that like it can lull you to sleep almost. That's such a bad thing to say about the boss. Oh, it's so boring it lulls me to sleep. Kinda, I guess. I don't know if I got here fast enough for the Moors, but I'm doing them. Because those two were closer together, it didn't take as much time. Oh, I barely got that one. I thought I didn't attack. I thought I was about to take some damage. We good, we good. We get one more hit. Step back. Freeze. What about your offensive prayer, son? And we're getting close to Enraged Phase coming in hot. Oh gosh. 20% less for Enraged Phase. Minus 20 sanity. Cool beans. Be better. I'm gonna eat and sip, then run around, switch my prayer, and get back to attacking. It's a little bit better to not run in a straight line. I had just started this fight, and I'm doing it right now again, running a straight line. Part of the reason, like, the little L shapes are nice. Just a slight turn, and you get yourself away from the vines. But honestly, priority numero uno is just keeping your feet moving. Right now is looking sketchy. One set of vines, and I'm dead. Not enough DPS and I'm dead. Whoo! We made it! Good, because we're about to bank trip anyway. 105 adamant ore. Okay, okay. Let's go ahead and bonk. I didn't want a house teleport. I forgot that I'm supposed to be using the Chemdazole bank. Alright, I'm going to pause the Mage XP. This Mage XP an hour is paused up here, and I'm going to go to Falador and run back up. But what you should have done is run out of that cave and just run up to the bank that is in the dungeon. So the only reason that I have these house tabs on me right now is if I needed to teleport out during, like, Enraged Phase, or at any point if I ran into a 0 sanity situation. Otherwise, I really would rather have just ran to this bank. Real quick, I'm going to use my max cape to switch my spell books. You usually don't have to switch your spell books mid-trip or anything, so... Max Cape, not a requirement for this boss, believe it or not. It's the Mage Cape perk that lets me do that, to be fair. But still, 99 Mage, not required for this boss. I still need those blood runes. I'm gonna need... Just go ahead and do this. Book of the Dead. Book of the Dead's been on me this whole time. I didn't even realize. Oh my god. That was like a 7-kill trip, was not too bad. Let's go ahead and grab Forgotten Bruise. Some more restores. I was doing well enough that I should bring even extra restores, but we're gonna... Oh, let's go... I'm gonna unpause this XP an hour and start running back. We look like we're good to go. Probably could have made one of these foods an angler fish so I can eat it and get the open inv space for the blowpipe switch. Honestly, you don't even have to use the blowpipe switch. I could do a couple of kills in a row where I just use, like, the mage attack on the 2 Vita ghosts to show you that you don't need the switch at all. But we were just showing how it's kind of nice to use the blowpipe and KO all 4 of those Moors ghosts and get that extra damage. So that plus these thralls, let's see if we can do under 4 minutes. That was 401 already. The thralls add a little bit of damage. It's not schmassive, so we could still reach like the 5-minute marks like we were close on last time, but we should be able to get sub 4 if we have a good kill overall. And just click right away. Do it. Just get in there. Let's thrall up. To get more damage out of your thralls, you want to spend as little time in the Shadow Realm as possible because it doesn't follow you into the Shadow Realm. You can respawn it in the Shadow Realm, which I am going to do going into Enraged Phase to help me out a little bit. But it's a waste of prayer points to just keep respawning the thrall like super often. I should have sipped one of these Forgotten Brews earlier. We're good to go. I'm going to sip some stamina life too. But yeah, the more time that your thrall is actually attacking, the more worth it is. Nice. So right here, I'm just going to, like, take a peek. I'm looking at this one here. It was colored in. So I want to attack again to make sure my thrall's attacking. And then just go over these. And it's just like these 4, this little, like, almost plus sign on each side. This little triangle, right? And we're good to go. Now, the Thrall kind of stopped attacking when I got, like, too far away from it. So, kind of on the other side, I could have snuck one more attack in. I want to make sure I'm standing far away when this happens. I'll switch to long range to get another attack. Switch back to accurate. And by the time he gets up to me, I'm able to run away. Didn't need to freeze. My Thrall did just despawn, so I'm going to back up. Spawn a Thrall there. It is a lot more, not like a lot more, but it's definitely more effort dealing with Thralls too. So, I wouldn't bring Thralls as a learner. It's a little safer to have freezes, but I do want to show some examples here of why the Thralls can be good. So I'm going to teleport in. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Teleport out, get that hit. This was 1, this is 2, this is 3. I'm going to get an attack in there. Another attack. And we want to be standing pretty far back when the bind happens. I'm going to get another hit in here and then run off. Switch to long range for that one attack just to make sure I didn't lose too many attacks out of that. The next special attack is going to be the Soul Siphon. I want to eat this food now then. I should have just dropped it. That kind of slows you down eating food. And it was a waste of food because I had full health. Whatever. It's fine. Everything is fine. Thrall is almost out at the moment. I'm going to spawn him when I get out of the Shadow Realm here. Moore's Ghost, this one. It's like the green one, huh? This one. This one. Barely gonna get this. I definitely just used the wrong prayer. There we go. So we got that extra 50 damage. I did just spawn the Thrall as I came into this. And we got the bind attack coming in hot, so I'm running away. That long range hit in. And we're crushing. See how she just stopped before... I just got her under 100 health before she really walked all the way up. So we actually canceled that bind attack. We're doing so much damage right now. That's pretty sweet. So I'm going to sip, get the Thrall out right now, and just do the same thing we've been doing, I guess. I kind of have a terrible rhythm on this one. Once you get into the rhythm, it's actually pretty nice, but beforehand, it feels like you're panicking the entire time. It's a pretty intense enraged phase. Look, these are high-level bosses, the Desert Treasure 2 bosses, like I had been saying. And an enraged phase on a high-level boss, it's supposed to be tough. 335 on the first kill with Thralls. That'll probably be the fastest kill of the hour. And the first kill that we got supplies. Not really going to need them because the hour will be up before we run out of supplies in this trip. Just click on it right away. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Spawn the Thrall and go in. That was some pretty good hits from the Trident, too. Honestly, Trident carried a little bit. And saving time in the special attacks makes a very big difference. So, you're not really going to save time on the Screech special attack. Though, letting, you know, not being in the Shadow Realm and letting the Thrall do more damage, you can still help yourself out there. You don't get through the Soul Siphon special attack that much quicker. So, actually... specifically doing the leeches, like the little orbs to step on, doing that as fast as possible does shave time off the fight. In this case, being like tick perfect here, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I want to get an attack in before I go back so that the Thrall's attacking. The only reason that you want to be out of the Shadow Realm as long as possible here, well, so you don't lose sanity, but also so that the Thrall just does as much damage as he can. Honestly, he's doing more damage during this part than I am. I got some weak hits, so I want to step back as far as possible. Hit him with that long range. Nice. I went way further back than I had to. I still had the I can't reach that in the long range hit. Thrall just despawned. Pretty sweet. We're doing well, though. Loot hasn't been insane. We only had one drop that was highlighted so far. A decent amount of the cash on this boss is getting that Bellator Vestige, or maybe the axe piece if you end up finishing your Soul Reaper's axe. Virtus pieces can pay off pretty well. So uniques do help out a lot. Let's go ahead and nail this one. A couple of Moore's Ghosts right next to each other. Oh, very easy. Very nice. Hustle out of that so my Thrall can get more damage. I'm going to run south. Doesn't matter too much to go south because he already did the Screech attack. But, forgot what I was saying. Oh, the profit on this boss It's really, honestly, the regular drops aren't too bad, but you're spending a decent amount of cash per fight because you got to use mage the whole time. A lot of restores. And a good chunk of it comes from the unique, but still, like a few mil an hour. I don't remember what I said during the guide. Click on the guide, see what I said there. Can't click on the guide yet if you're watching this video in the first 24 hours. This vid will be coming out the day before the guide at this rate. And then the day after the guide, we'll have an hour of with max gear. Looks like my Thrall is out. I want to bring him back. Not the best time to bring him back. I'm just going to go as quickly as possible here. I'm looking at this one. It was lit up, so I can do... Oops. My Thrall's in a bad spot. I can do this, like, magic trick that I've shown you before. They only have to click on a couple of them. Now, I think the Thrall's standing on the one that I need. He definitely is. That's confusing. I was like, what am I looking at? The Thrall's in the way. We're good to go. I do want to back up, though. Didn't really go to long range there, but it didn't matter too much. Not cruising as much on this one. I mean, last time we ended with the Soul Siphon attack was really nice. We came out of that with an extra 50 damage going into this part. So this phase right before Enraged phase, we like almost skipped it. It felt like we did it so quickly. Hustle, dude. Alright, I'm gonna sip this, spawn the Thrall and attack, start moving right away. Ooh. Ran right at the first vines. Oh. Kind of forgot my prayers for a sec. No rhythm right now. We good. Just attacking after I switch my prayers. Got hit by those vines, so I stood still for too long. At this point, I'm switching my prayers after I'm attacking now. Yeasty. Thrall really did all the work, let's be honest. Nice, uncut diamonds. Oh, so another... I mean, the perfect kill uncut diamonds are 167k. That's a little better than I thought. We did get one of these last trip, too. Sweet. Oh, click on them right away. Hustle. Get back in there. 425 in the kill time. Still not bad. The sub 4.5 minutes. Get that Thrall out here. Whoa. And we are cruising. I think that is kill number 9 on the hour. We still got a lot of XP to go, so I still might get like 12 KC, approaching 13 for the hour, which is not a bad hour for some minimum gear. Oh my gosh, this is not going to be a good one. So here's what I'm doing. There's no 3 health one over here, so I don't actually want to go over there, and I just want to guess. This has got to be the 3 health one. I could see that one when I first teleported in. This was one of the ones I didn't see, so it's kind of an easy guess. And I mean, if I guessed it wrong there, like I just tanked the 45, like whatever, it happens. Notice how he didn't use a bind attack there. Pretty uncommon for that to happen unless you have like pretty max DPS gear. If you just get him under a certain threshold of health, if you do too much damage, basically, he'll just skip the bind, which is kind of nice, unless you're not ready for that. If you like step back and you get ready to freeze and you're just looking for the bind and suddenly she does this burst attack, not fun. I've definitely been messed up by that a couple times, but you get used to it. You get used to paying attention is what you used to. Let's be honest. Moore's Ghost, I like that 2 of them are piled up there. Nice. This one made it easy. I want to spawn a Thrall as I get in here. I'm just going to run over to this side. Should have enough space. Actually, this pillar is going to mess with me a little bit, but we should be kind of safe. A long range, this one. So look, when I run this way, I'm going to like step in first, but it shouldn't really matter. We're good. Usually safer to run south after the special attacks. Or when she uses the Screech, run back to the middle of the room like I've been doing. We do have another spec coming out. There it is. There it is. All right, so I want to hustle in and out. I'm looking at this one here. It wasn't colored up. So right now, let's go ahead and attack. And we just zigzag on this one. I did an extra attack there to make sure my Thrall was still attacking, but it looked like he never really stopped. And then I messed up orbs for a second, but we're good to go. We're good to go. Hustle back. So I may not have gotten back far enough. I think I'm good, but I'm gonna protect melee just in case. That would have been like 40 damage if he did hit me, so I was gonna survive that if I didn't go back far enough, but you don't want to waste 40 health like that, of course. So I don't have a Thrall out right now. I am gonna spawn it, even though I'm gonna respawn one again soon. It's a little less efficient, but I want to get faster kills, so I want more damage. I like higher kill count and getting more drops at the moment. If you want to make money, you got to get a Bellator Vestige. Again, the regular drops here aren't too bad. If you want to make money, you got to get more kills is what it is. But, trying to get more Bellator Vestige? I don't know. Prestige? I'm out. Honestly, got like half of this Thrall, though, before getting to the Shadow Realm. Wasn't a huge waste. 3 prayer points wasted. Oh, no. So I'm going to spawn another. I'm going to spawn a zombie for the luck. Just doing it. Doesn't usually work, but, you know. Sometimes. Sometimes. Kind of messing up here. Once you're in the habit of just, like, constantly running, you can really mostly stare at her attacks. The priority numero uno. Keep your feet moving. I'm going to sip up this restore. I did. Okay, I thought I messed it up. I was getting low on prayer points. F keys are kind of essential if you're trying to switch your prayers and you use your inventory, by the way. If you don't use F keys, you beast. Adamant Ore, Perfect Kill Addy Ore is a 124k, so that still would have been 84k. Like, this regular drop's still like 100k, so even if you don't get the Perfect Kill, not too bad. But Perfect Kill makes a pretty big difference here. That plus 50% is huge, and that was 401 at the time. We almost got another sub 4. Not bad, not bad. Let's hustle. I messed up the leeches a little bit. I feel like I could have shaved a few seconds off, no problem. Let's try to get sub 4 one more time before the vid's over. We did do a 401 kill without thralls, too. But basically, like the 3.5 minute kill that I got, that was like the 401 kill that I did, plus thrall damage. Maybe a little better. I don't think the thrall's shaving off 30 seconds. That's pretty thick. Alright, we got leeches. I'm going to just like spam click this. And this is the one I'm looking at, by the way. So this is the easy pattern that I keep showing you where you can just do one of these. Oh, the thrall's not attacking though, because I didn't hit. So when you teleport to the Shadow Realm and then you teleport back, like the thrall will stop attacking and it's not going to attack again until you do at least one hit. So that was my bad. I also should be on long range to get that extra hit in there. It's alright. Getting towards the end of the hour, getting lazy. As I said, I wanted to do a sub 4 minute kill, getting lazy. It's really not a good ratio. That's not a good pace. Forgot the Forgotten Brew. Almost forgot to switch my prayer there. Spawn another thrall. And we're home free. Not really. We got a lot of damage to go, but easy. We got Screech attack coming in hot. It'll be a few attacks. We're gonna, again, try to speed through it. I don't know why I'm spam clicking the boss. I'm just getting anxious, I guess. Took a while to get to this Screech. There we go. So we had 1, 2... Oh, 3 is all the way on the other side. So I saw it over there. I'm just going to assume there's another 2 that I can deal with. Because if not, this would be impossible. And it never does that. Ah, rip! And I still took the 45. But, like, if I was behind that 2 health one, this run would be physically impossible to get to the full health one. And it never sets up, like, a physically impossible puzzle there. Like, there's always 3 of them that you can stand behind in the correct order. You got to get behind that first one fast enough, though. That was on me. I also could get shmeelied here. I think I'm safe. Yeah, we're good. And we got the ghosts coming in hot. We'll get an extra 50 damage from that. Going into the 4th phase. It's kind of nice when the Soul Siphon is the 3rd special attack. Because if you really happen to get him like as below 250 as possible before he uses it. Not too much, but didn't even actually get below 250. Oops. This might be tough. As long as you see that XP drop before that timer's up, though, you're good to go. So I'm going to run south. Let's turn that overhead off, son. long range, so we can make sure to get this attack in still. We still had an I can't reach that moment, so I ran very far away, but we're good to go. And now, see, we're already under 100 health at this rate during this phase. It is nice to end with that Soul Siphon. Not that you can control that. That's just an RNG thing, to be fair. Oh, why would I should not have spawned that Thrall, by the way. Because, look, I can't even spawn a Thrall right now. You can only spawn him every, like, 10 seconds. Haha, dumb. So I could spawn one right now. Oh, I didn't switch that overhead? Totally thought I did. Using so many charges in the Trident. What happens when you use only mage attacks? You use a lot of charges if you're using a powered staff. Kind of messing up here a little bit. This is like my worst enraged phase we've had. Sweet. Oh my goodness. Got it, dude. Had it the whole time. Nice. You know what? He didn't think I had it the whole time because he gave me some supplies. I mean, that's nice. Supplies make for a longer trip. The less you bank, the more kills an hour you're going to get. So, that's good. That's good. What was the time on that one, though? 4:06? Oh, actually, it was still close to sub 4. Forgotten Brew. Oops, almost messed up those prayers, dude. Even if you do, tanking a hit's not that big of a deal when it comes to still getting the kill. But if you want to get a perfect kill, then you don't want to tank any of those, like, auto attacks. You can't mess up your overheads. And trust me, you do want a perfect kill. I just hit the 39 for the max hit. Earlier, we were at 37. Fully potted up right now, though. So that one wasn't lit up, is how I know this pattern is just the zigzag. We get one attack in, and we just zigzag. If you're wondering how I know that, I will say again that I'm putting out a guide. It'll be the day after this video, but putting out a full guide on this where... Oops, wrong prayer there. Oh my... Wow. I did enough damage that he skipped the bind attack. Oops. Anyways, full guide is gonna... I'm gonna, like, show screenshots of those 4 patterns and show you, like, the order of them and the 1 orbs that you have to look at. The 1 orbs. It's not really a... 1 isn't plural, is it? There's a couple different orbs you can look at, but you only have to look at one of them when you go in the Shadow Realm to see if you have the correct orb. Or, like, which pattern you have, rather. And you can teleport out. And you're good to go. Just respawn the Thrall. I did tank some overhead life and some vine life, so we're definitely not getting the perfect kill loot. That's okay. Perfect kill loot doesn't affect your chance at a unique, and it doesn't give you any bonus unique. So in other words, if you get a perfect kill, or if you don't get a perfect kill, either way, if you get a unique, it didn't matter. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3. It is starting to get hot in my room right now. IRL, I'm gonna start complaining. That's how you know we've gotten deep in the hour, dude. I'm just out here complaining, not even focused on the boss anymore. Come on, guy. I mean, what if I get a Virtus mask right here, right now? It'd be a collection log, to be fair. I've done a lot of kills at Desert Treasure 2 bosses, and I haven't seen a single piece of Virtus. I'm not an Iron Man, so that's not that big of a deal, but I would like to get those collection log slots. It's fine by me. Alright, Moore's Ghosts be stacked up, please. That's not too good. Oh, they're over here. Sweet, sweet, sweet. So when the 2 Moore's Ghosts are in the same pile, it's a little better for the blowpipe, so you don't have to do as much running before you get there. But if there's 1 in each pile, you still have enough time to get them. You just got to be nearly tick perfect, to be honest. Maybe like a 2-tick window. Especially if you teleport it in, like, immediately, you get decent time. Alright, we're kind of cruising on this one. Make sure that I don't spawn a Thrall right now, and we have one during Enraged phase, and get a clean Enraged phase for another sub 4? Question mark? This looks like it's almost last kill. Next kill is going to take us a little over the hour, so... We'll do one more kill after, but this is pretty much last kill here, huh? I fucked it up, damn. The moment I started talking. I was very silent during this because I was really locked in, and I was gonna say something about how I haven't said anything and took damage. Dumb, dude. There's the 105 out of ore. So like 82k for the non-perfect kill adamant ore is still kind of nice. 3 minutes 44 seconds, kind of nice. Well, let's go ahead and click on the boss and do one more kill. This is about it, huh? We're at 12 KC. This will be 13th of the vid. Not bad. I was hoping for a 10er, so 13 KC in the hour of budget gear. Now I'm thinking I'm going to do like really good in my hour of max gear, but I don't reach like 20 kills an hour during stream. That's because I spend a lot of time between kills, like talking to chat and stuff. I'm interested to see what I max out at. I don't know if that showed up on videos. Somebody just followed me on stream, and my Streamlabs just showed me the alert. That's fucking crazy. I literally just got the follow. Anyways, last kill. For a second, I'm like, am I live? I've been streaming this whole time? I've thought about doing these hour of videos live, but exactly what I was just saying is going to happen. I'll spend too much time talking to the chat like I normally would do during a stream, and we won't get as many kills in the hour. Won't be as good like example kills for just trying to learn. All right, so this was 1, this was 2, this was 3. I'll wait till he attacks, get an attack in. Wait till she hits, get the attack in. I'm going to spawn the Thrall this time too, because it was about to be out. And go for this. I'm going to get one more attack before I step back. She might skip this. Nah, she didn't. I think I went way further back than I had to. You can go to the middle of the room and be fine. I ran so far back, dude. Why? I just wanted to be safe. I don't think I got hit by that Shmeely attack once during this video, which is good. You shouldn't get hit by it. Sometimes you do, though. I got hit by the melee attack during an Awakened Whisperer once, and it hit me with a 70-70. Wow, Dak, did you stutter? No, it hit me for 140 damage. Careful. Awakened version crazy, dude. Also, I hit a 36 max hit is what reminded me of my Forgotten Brew. Reminded me that I forgot. Hustle. Should be plenty of time, though. Yeah, sweet. Or run away. I'm gonna get another attack in and then run. Ghostly Thrall. Ghostly Thrall. Yeah, that's right. GG's. Step back. Nah, we were safe anyway, though. Alright, we got one more orb attack coming in hot. One more leech, rather. Called them the orbs for the first, like, week until I actually read the chat when he used the attack. I'm like, oh, they're leeches. I don't know. Just gotta step on them. Alright, so I'm gonna telly in. We're looking at this one. It is not lit up, so we can't really do that fun, like, corner trick. Oh, I gotta make sure to attack her. But we still get through it quick. GG's. Another hit here. Oh, hustle back, though. Long range. We're good. Thank you for the 0. Ooh, what about, you know, if you're using your prayer, maybe less zeros? I can't believe that I didn't just take my first Shmeely hit. That was so close. That was so close, dude. We have officially hit 1 hour's worth of XP. So this is it. So it was like 12.5 kills in the hour. What's the bonus loot gonna be? I don't know yet. I said that a little early. We got a lot of stuff to do first. Hold on. Ah, I thought I moved. I think what happened is I clicked on the right spot and then I clicked back on the boss too quickly. So it never registered that I wanted to move. It happens. I do that too often. Foolish. Final phase coming in hot. Almost. Please. Send it. We got plenty of sanity. I'm gonna sip this. I'm gonna Thrall Life. I'm gonna do Skelly for the luck, because we didn't do one Skelly. Whoa, wrong overhead. Careful. See if I get a unique during an hour of video. I don't get a lot of drops during the hour of videos. Not had great luck during example clips. Also, my collection log at Whisperer is pretty dry for 1,000 kills overall, so... Please, I am running so far away. Really hectic. A little too much movement on my end, but we're not taking damage, so shut up. Oh god, that vine was looking to get me. I was trying to mess it up. And for the final kill, we got Adamant Ore. The perfect kill Addy Ore again, though. Let's go. I got a bunch of perfect kill loots on that one. 447. That was my longest kill since I brought Thralls with me. I messed that one up a little bit. But yeah, that's going to be it. I could do another kill on this trip pretty easy, but that's the end of the hour. That's 13 kills. I'm going to go ahead and head to the bank. 13 KC in the hour with minimum gear is not too bad. It's pretty slow, to be fair. That is pretty slow, but this is a high-level boss, and I'm wearing like 10 mil budget gear, so should expect some slow kills. If you want to see some even faster kills, maybe the peak, the speediest we could get. I mean, my PB is at 2:10 and the world record's like 1:42. So the speediest I can get with it. I will have an hour of video that is uploaded. That'll be linked in the description. It's going to be like 2 days after this vid comes out because there's going to be the actual Whisperer guide in between. I should be showing on screen right now like a price checker of how much money we made in loot. Not a crazy hour, a couple of decent drops, but overall, not that much money. A lot of the money ends up coming from uniques. But if you want even more discussion about where the money comes from, you should check out that guide that is going to be linked in the description. There is a loot section of the guide that will dive pretty deep into that. That's going to do it for this video, though, everybody. Thank you very much for watching this hour of Whisperer. If you enjoyed or just got some useful information, be sure to like and subscribe for more content. I also stream on Twitch if you want even more content. That should be linked on the screen and in the description. If you still have any questions, be sure to leave those in the comments section. I will get back to you as soon as possible. And that's about it. Thank you very much for watching, and best of luck on your Whisperer grinds, everybody.